Greetings, this is Ralph, and in this video I'm going to do a 3-card reading. We're going to look at the energy for New Year's Eve coming up here pretty quickly. So, I've already shuffled the cards. Now what I'm going to do is just turn them over, cut the cards, and we're going to be using a 3-card spread using the Aquarian Tarot deck. So, past, present, and future. And let's just get that centered in a little bit better. Yeah, that looks like pretty positive energy here. Swords are in the present. Swords are also in the past. Swords have a nasty rap in the tarot world. They symbolize thought energy, the energy of thought, and usually indicate negativity, worry, at least in the eyes of a lot of tarot readers. But here we have the Ace of Swords, indicating a period of new thought. So that's a pretty positive card. Aces have the energy of the entire suit, so we can interpret this as a positive or a negative. The Page of Swords indicates a new path, and combined with the Ace, which is new energy, we see something very new coming into the picture. And of course the question is, what is the energy for New Year's Eve? And again, this is something new coming together in the area of thought. So whatever you've been thinking about, whatever projects you've had on the back burner or on the front burner, whatever things you've had going in your life, this, of course, is a perfect time of year to reflect back. Look at where you've been in 2018. Take inventory over where you've been, what you've done with your time, what you've done with your life, and then plan to move forward and to move forward boldly. When most people think about New Year's Eve, okay, it's all about parties, it's all about alcohol. In a reading, asking the question about New Year's Eve, I halfway expected the Devil card to pop up here, but it looks like the universe is giving us a more positive spin on things. It's calling us not to be wild and reckless and just focusing on party for the entirety of New Year's Eve, but to actually do some quality reflection, do some study. Pages represent new paths. They also represent study. Where do you want your life to go in 2019? And take a look back at 2018 at the very beginning. What hopes did you have for 2018? What goals did you have? And did you reach those goals? And if you didn't, like most people don't reach their goals, most people make New Year's resolutions, and then within 2 weeks, they can't even remember what those resolutions were. They fail to achieve those resolutions. So if you didn't keep to your New Year's resolutions last year, if you did not reach your goals, take some time to do some critical self-evaluation. Not too critical, but don't be too easy on yourself either. And just ask yourself, why did I fail? What did I do wrong? Where could I have done better? And then take that information and carry it with you into 2019 and set yourself up for success. Most people unconsciously set themselves up for failure. That's why the swords can be a tricky suit. Represents the mind, the power of the mind. Most people do not understand the power of the mind. The mind is a very powerful tool, but if it's misused, not properly used, or just completely ignored, it can work against you. And so take some time to just look at what are your goals? What are your beliefs about yourself? Are they overwhelmingly positive? Are they overwhelmingly negative? Are they a mixture of both? And reflect back, does your self-image really reflect who you really are? And then take that all into consideration. Do some self-reflection. And then once you've done that meditation, that self-reflection, that honest look at where you've been in 2018, why 2018 was either a big success or a failure or a disappointment for you, and then see what you can learn from those experiences. Don't shove them into the dark recesses of your mind. Instead, bring them out into the light of day and see what you can learn, both from your successes and your failures alike. And then you'll be properly suited, properly situated to be looking ahead to a happier 2019. When it comes to this time of year, and this is my final thought, a lot of people act like time is something that just happens to them. People think that the new year is either going to bring them prosperity or it's going to bring them sorrow, just because that's the nature of the year. And they go through life as passive observers, not acting, just letting things happen to them. And they are either the victims or the victors, based solely on the capricious nature of the universe around them. What these cards are calling us to do in 2019 is to stop just going with the flow of the universe. Stop being passive victims and start being active participants in your own time and in your own life. And ask yourself, where do you want to go? And what do you have to do to get there? And then take positive action with a positive self-image, with a realistic understanding of who you are, how you relate to the universe and the people around you, and then put your best foot forward and go reach out for a happy and stable 2019. It is within reach. The Four of Wands represents a solid, happy home. And that is something that we all can create. But we have to do the research. We have to do the study. Look with honesty on your past. Look with honesty on yourself and your present. And then ask yourself a few honest questions. Where do I want to go? What do I have to do to get there? And how can I do that in a positive way that's going to enrich me and the people around me? We can't go through life just being self-centered individuals. We have to take into account the wider community around us. Our friends, our family, our co-workers, the people that we relate with in our day-to-day lives, and take their needs into consideration as well. So there you have it, kind of a longer reading than what I intended to do, but those cards really evoked some pretty deep issues, shall we say, with me. But yeah, just take a look at your life, where you want to go, and ask yourself, what do I have to do? How do I have to think in order to get there? So, if you like this reading, you're either seeing this on YouTube or BitChute, please give it a thumbs up or give it a like. And if you would like a private reading with me, I do private readings. You can go to my main website at www.tarotbyralph.com, and then you'll see a lot of instructions on how to order a reading. So, until later, this is Ralph signing out, wishing you a happy and prosperous 2019. Thanks for dropping by.